What's up, guys? Zeep here, and today we're going to be playing around with the Witch Doctor. This is a build I've not covered in the past, and it's probably something I'm going to be covering a little bit more in detail later on in the future when 2.3 hits. But as of right now, we're going to be covering this build, and this is the pet build with the Zuni set, with the Carnival helm and the Dagger of Darts weapon. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and get into the spec. You're going to be using Poison Dart for your primary, Snake to the Face for the rune. What this is going to be doing is going to be stunning the elites and champion packs and all that good stuff. Tornadoes, you want to have those because more crowd controlling effects. Same with Grasp of the Dead. You want to have that. I've seen a lot of people use Haunt. You don't want to use Haunt. You want to use Grasp of the Dead because it's an AoE effect, and it happens to all the mobs instead of the Haunt just hitting one target. Haunt's good for one target, but it does hop when the targets die. So, but if you want to play with that, you can. But I recommend Grasp of the Dead. Spirit Walk with Jaunt just helps you get out of situations. Fetish Army. This is the big one here with Legion of Daggers. Big Bad Voodoo, Slam Dance. It's kind of like having a power pylon for your personal self. There's a lot of P's in that sentence. Then you want these as your passives. Pierce the Veil. Now, here it says it increases your mana cost, which you're not going to have too many issues with mana, honestly. Spirit Vessel kind of saves you from death. Fetish. And Grave Justice. I'm sorry, Injustice. For Paragon points, max your movement speed, whatever you need, and then the rest into intelligence. On these, you want to go crit hit chance first, crit hit damage second, attack speed next, and then cooldown reduction last. Or you can go crit hit chance first, depending on what your crit is, and then go attack speed. You're going to need a 50% crit chance in your skills. So here you see I have 55. I could probably, take this 5% off and go cooldown reduction, but I don't really need that, honestly. Defense, you're going to go resist all first, armor second, and life third. And then life regen last. Utility, you want area damage first, resource cost reduction second, and then life on hit. And then you can just put the rest in the gold find. As far as the gear goes, you want your 6-piece Zuni, which is going to consist of the gloves, the chest piece, the pants, the boots, the offhand, and the ring. For the shoulders, you can either go with Alglid's set, which is the craftable set, and you can have a 3-piece bonus, or I'm sorry, 2-piece bonus from the bracers and the shoulders. But if you want, you can go with Pauldrons of the Skeleton King and Steady Strikers. I would recommend the Steady Strikers because you get that extra attack speed. Last but not least, Convention of Elements. You need this for the extra poison damage proc. And then for your neck piece, it's going to be whatever neck piece that you want. If you want, I would probably recommend the lightning resist one, or maybe even the poison resist one, or even the cold resist one. It's going to be up to you. I'm using Blackthorns because it's got pretty good rolls on it. And then your weapon and your helm, which I said at the beginning. Carnival, I don't really have a good roll on this, but it's okay for now. Your fetish is shoot a poison dart every time you do, which is going to help your damage quite a bit. And then you got your Dagger of Darts here. Your poison darts and your fetish's poison darts pierce. So instead of just hitting one target, it's going to hit multiple targets when you suck them up in those tornadoes. So, that is the Paragon points, that is the spec, and that is the gear, guys. Let's get into some gameplay in just a second. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into a little rift here. We're just going to do a regular rift, nothing special. I just want to go over the gameplay with you guys. So what you want to do is get your fetishes out right off the bat, because they last until they die with your 2-piece Zuni set. And you don't take as much damage whenever they get up. So right off the bat, you want to suck stuff up with your Pronado, and then just poison dart them down. Now, as you can see, my Grasp of the Dead is going down whenever it's off cooldown. We're going to get these guys right here. Throw down Grasp of the Dead. Darts just went in and just annihilated those guys. Probably pretty boring gameplay here, so we'll probably go ahead and speed this up right now.
Not ready yet. We'll rip these brutes to shreds. It bans you. Needs more time.
So the thing with Witch Doctors is, you want to look for big groups of mobs. And the closer you are to the mobs when they die, kind of the better. Because it resets your cooldowns. But then again, it's kind of a bad thing as well, because you're sitting so close to these mobs.
Your evil undoes you.
You can actually sit back and let your fetishes tank just about everything. And as you can see there, the mobs jump right at the fetishes. So you're not really taking a whole lot of damage yourself on your character. Now you gotta watch reflect damage there. It's pretty nasty in those higher, greater rifts. Because you will one-shot yourself really super fast. There is one thing I have to say I don't like about the Witch Doctor. As you can see, my pets up here in my map, they'll lag behind, and the AI with them is not very good sometimes, and they'll start shooting walls and stuff. Like here's a good example. If you can see right there, they're shooting a wall instead of actually shooting the mob that I wanted them to shoot. In that case, if that has happened, you need to stop attacking and let your fetishes actually run up to the mobs, because they will do that. And then you can proceed DPSing. But the spec in general is pretty good. That's the only real complaint I have about it. Well, aside from, you know, low density and that's kind of stuff. Like, here's a goblin. I'll just summon my fetishes here and just wreck him real fast. Okay, with the Rift Guardian, I'm going to pop my Big Bad Voodoo, and then throw down my Grasp of the Dead. Look how fast he died there, guys. I mean, this is an amazing spec. Now, this is on Torment 6. It's nothing to really brag about, but I mean, if you're this is definitely not a build to do speed runs on or anything like that. This is a progression build. Um, but yeah, let me know if you like the build, and comment below if you guys have any tips or any advice to make it even better. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time, guys. Later.